I can hear you better now.
Okay.
Brilliant. All right.
Hi, Brian. Yeah.
Hello. Who's going to drive? Are you Daniel?
Sorry, what's that?
Someone has a traffic background noise. Maybe you guys can mute yourself for.
I'm waiting for Akash to join.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, Satyam, I just muted you. We're getting a bit of noise from your end. It looks like today we just have review actions from last time and then a PR and issue review on the agenda. Do you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, mostly the PR which like Akash has raised about the kubectl describe. Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, we updated the client go to 10. So that PR is like it involves the changes, and he has also like added the references to the implementation of like latest client go in the PR itself. So that's all like I'm expecting today. Like if review from Brian, if you can do. I mean, PR looks good to me. I had reviewed it on our branch like months ago, so that looked good to me at that time. So your review is expected. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, thanks a lot for learning the Client Go upgrade and also helping out with the blog post. We're going to get out soon. All right. You need any feedback on the kubectl describe? Yeah, like obviously you wait, both are waiting for review, but do you need any other feedback or is there anything else still missing?
No, actually, that's a whole PR which should add the entire functionality. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Last time we just had one or two actions. Yeah, one of them was the Client Go update. The other one was issue 3576.
Yeah, that's the one with report size. I didn't look at it. So no updates for me. I will probably be assigned. So busy with other stuff.
Yeah. There were no other comments.
It would need more research, but I feel I won't have time in the coming few days.
Brian, Philip, do you know anyone else who could maybe help with this, or is everyone else busy right now?
So I will deassign myself because I don't want to block if someone would like to volunteer. But we sort of, Brian and I said like we would take a look. I don't know how Brian feels now, whether he has some more time, or if not, then I would probably pick it up at some point, maybe next week. This week feels unlikely. I don't know who else might. Because it's also like to test it. I mean, we sort of need like it's easier for it to be within the cloud.
I think Brian, you're muted. At least looks like you were moving left.
Yeah, we cannot hear you. Sorry. We heard you before, I think, but
How about there? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what were you saying, Brian? No, we lost him again.
Hmm.
Shall we maybe move on and then come back to it when Brian figures out the mic issue?
Yeah. Okay. Just let's go to.
Maybe he's gonna reconnect.
Yes. So I looked at PRs earlier. There's the one of Brian, which Satyam already approved. It just needs to be merged. Then there's the one from Akash. Philip, you said you were going to take a look.
Yeah.
Cool. And here's a new one. It's 3591. We need to request font size. So this was an issue that Brian filed where there were some duplicates in the report and somebody went and fixed it. So I think it would be nice to give them nice and welcoming review. Anyone feels like doing a review?
Can you go to files change? I'm just curious. Oh.
Yeah, sure. Daniel, I'll do this.
Cool.
Hello.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
What were you saying, Brian?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
You can't hear me?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Let's just try. How about now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my whole machine crashed and rebooted.
Okay.
So I missed the previous couple of minutes. The thing I was going to say, go on. The thing I was going to say was there was a PR from a guy called Nathan just posted a couple of hours ago, and that person actually pinged me on Slack and said, if you've got any more jobs you need doing, yeah, that one. So potentially that person could look at the ever-growing report question.
Oh,
nice. Sure.
So Brian,
I have no idea who they are, but go on.
I'm just curious because I don't know if you got that here still in, but do you think it is like it can be approached without our WebCloud metrics? That is like maybe making it a bit harder.
Yeah, because the stuff that we save is exactly what the probe is sending. So, so the question is, what is it that gets bigger and bigger and bigger in the probe?
I mean, so like the person to review this would need to like set up their, like the thing is they would need to run probe for some time to get to that point, right? Or alternatively, like look at an instance which has a long history. That's what I was trying to do with our dev. Like, I mean, that was my approach maybe, but maybe that's just one way to approach it. But without real
history. Yeah, it's better to look at what the probe is sending. So what you looked at is the kind of what gets sent to the GUI, which is after merging, and is possible that we strip something out. I mean, you know, I don't know if that's true or not, but it is also true that it's quite hard to look at what the probe is sending. And I did put in this mode where it just dumps everything in the log file. But if you have to leave it for days, you're going to have a pretty big log file.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would agree with the statement that it's non-trivial. I mean, you know, you could modify the code that dumps it out to dump it out 1 every 100 or 1 every 1,000 or something like that, and then that doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, we could. I'm just thinking, okay, well, maybe we could point that person to that issue and try to help him.
That sounds good.
Along the way.
If you're available for answering questions.
Like it seems like not really like a like first issue sort of thing, but then again.
He's already posted a PR.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's a good second issue.
Yeah.
Brilliant. All right.
Well, if anyone has other suggestions, I haven't thought about it at all, but yeah, if there's something that's a little bit easier or just more important or whatever that people want to vote for, like, you know, the guy, I don't know the person, they approached me on Slack, they said I've made a PR, and if you've got any other tasks, let me know.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Cool.
Very nice. So yeah, we just checked. This one was the only other open PR. There's one from you, Brian, which Satya approved, so that can be merged.
So what one thing we should do is review 3591. If anyone wants to volunteer for that.
Satyam did, I think.
Yes,
Maybe
Satyam
you can
did.
just add him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Yeah?
Yep.
Perfect. Right. Issues since the last meeting, there's just 3. The first one was from you, Brian. 3584. It's interesting that more and more probe issues or challenges are coming up. Do you think it would make sense to label them and see if we can do a bit of a probe themed release? I could take a look and see if there's more, if it makes sense. It was just an idea, just had for looking at this.
Yeah. I think, I mean, the core issues with performance of probe, I think we don't have good strategy there. That was my takeaway from like the discussions we had and what Brian was saying before. So yeah, maybe it's like too big thing to take unless we really focus on it.
I guess it doesn't hurt labeling these issues and then see if there's enough to justify putting more effort on this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anything else we should say about this issue, or do we need more background or discuss this?
Which issue are you looking at right now?
Sorry, 3584. Deal better with nodes that have thousands of sockets?
Yeah. I mean, I guess, like I said, that in the one about the closed sockets. So if you can order them and then start thinning them out, like you just take one in every 4 or something like that. If you order them consistently, or hash them consistently or something like that, then that's kind of, that's the idea I've got at the moment. So if you had like 10,000 and you did, I don't know, math isn't going to work out easily. Yeah, if you did like 1 in every 8, then you would send just 1,200 instead of 10,000. And if everyone's doing consistently 1 in every 8, then the picture will still look the same.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, essentially, that bit is just maybe trying to figure out what's a good scheme, such that if you had like 10,000 connections to one place and 1 to another place, then you want to definitely get the 1, and then you want to drop most of the 10,000. So you need to figure out some scheme that does that, and then the other thing is adding back in the fact that you used to have 10,000 and figure out how to show that, which is a little bit less important. But like basically, if you're in that situation, if you've got 10,000, then your probe is using up all the CPU, then you're just going to switch the whole thing off. Mm-hmm. So thinning it out, I think, is a big win, and then putting some feature in so you can actually tell that you're in that condition, because it's quite likely to be an error.
Yeah. Does this come?
Just
sorry.
Yes, Philip, go ahead.
I just was going to ask whether it came from Slack community channel. Who had?
So, yeah, my question to Brian. Basically, you said like we can switch this thing off, like processes. So if we do that, we lose all the adjacencies in other topologies like pods, containers. So that won't work, I think. You're on mute, Brian.
Yeah, I was finding you a bit hard to hear. Can you say it all again?
Yeah, actually, what I'm saying is, if you talked about switching this whole, getting processes off. So if we switch off this thing, we will lose all the adjacencies in the container section, in the container topology, pods topology, and yeah, everywhere.
Okay, so you're saying I said to switch something off.
Yeah, there is a way to turn off the process, right? Like if we don't want to show the process.
Hang on. I don't remember. Are we talking about the same thing? Deal better with nodes that have thousands of sockets is 3584. I thought that's the one we were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not saying to turn anything off. Or where do you think I'm saying to turn something off?
You just said like we can switch this thing off, like reporting all the processes.
Yeah, I said we could omit most of them, but not turn it off.
Okay.
So if you only report like 1 in every 8, or 1 in every 16, or some, so if you have some scheme to thin it down, that's going to reduce the load, but you need to be very careful that both ends of the connection do the same yeah, you know, so if my fingers are the connections, you want to kind of take out the same set on each side, so you still have a connection. If you take out this one on this side and you know these two on this side, and you say there's no connection, then that's why it's hard, because you got to have a scheme where you consistently take out the same ones without knowing anything about what the other person is, well, you know, what the other probes are doing. I think in the case of sockets, you know, given that every socket is a 4-tuple, that sounds like it's doable. Plus or minus NAT. Yeah, so this one's only about sockets. 3452. Oh, is also about sockets. Yeah, so I did think about this a little bit. So we also know the direction the socket was opened in, and I suspect if you use the what? I was going to say destination. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Okay. I know. I suspect it's not that hard, because you know the condition you need to worry about is the one where the source and destination IP are the same for like thousands and thousands of entries, and the destination port is going to be the same. So it's only the source port that changes. Yeah. So right now, the one thing I would worry about is NAT. Even so, I doubt if it's like, you know, if you only start thinning it down when you've got thousands of them, it's pretty likely that some of the connections will still show up.
So Satyam, you were gonna say something, or did? Yeah.
Oh no, that's it.
Okay. Shall we move to other issues?
So what is it? 585. Ah, yes. So I think scope.yaml is a thing we have on Outreach Works. The YAML people can apply from there. I haven't figured out what their issue was. It could still be an issue with their setup, but I don't know. Yeah, shall we, I guess we move on.
Yeah.
And
that's something new.
yes.
Okay. Is there? That's a new one. Can you scroll a bit more down?
Yes. That's 3590.
Maybe I can take a quick look. Well, I actually don't want to commit for this week. Maybe I will take a look.
One thing I noticed in this one is in the middle of the screen, the dollar variable expansion, that won't do anything unless you're running a shell,
Right.
Which we don't typically. So I don't quite understand, because he or she says like they tried it 5 different ways. Right. Yeah, they said they could only. Said they couldn't get it to work. Yeah, maybe I'll comment about the thing that you can't expand the environment variables outside of a shell. And
yeah, maybe that's it already. Super. Yeah, I think that's all the issues we had. Yes. Anything else? Any one of you wanted to discuss? Yeah.
I think we just missed one item from, well, we finished or upgrade together with, we just like did a big bump there. It has no use of graphics. Had no use of graphics. Except maybe how we switch between contrast modes. In the development, like recompiling is a bit faster to develop UI. Yeah, but that's actually, I did that because we were a lot behind, but also because we had a lot of like security issues on a lot of these JS dependencies. So like all of them went away, I think. That was the case when emerged. Yeah, that's it now.
It worked.
Took a while, but we needed to do it sooner or later. We were still using Webpack 1.
Makes sense. All right. Thanks a lot, everyone. I guess I'll see you in 2 weeks again. Good one.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.